gardening friends. My name is Lisa and I live in Hawaii, Zone 12. And I wanted to share with you my garden today. Unlike a lot of you who are experiencing wintry weather, here in Hawaii, we're having 80-degree days and high 50 to low 60-degree nights. So I just wanted to show you what's going on in Hawaii and our climate. So here, the first stop is my compost pile, and you can see all my kitchen scraps. And that's basically what I do. I just throw it on the ground. Here is my first attempt at sweet peas, and I was really excited because I heard that sweet peas have a really wonderful scent. So I thought I'd try it with these sweet peas that are more heat tolerant. In this area, I'm growing carrots, and I got the seeds from San Diego Seed Company, and I've had a lot of success with those. This is my shishito pepper plants. I actually have a couple, and they're not doing so good. The leaves are yellow. They're not as tall as I thought they would be, and I don't know if it's the soil that they don't like. In this area, I have some wildflower plants that I started from seed indoors. Here's a coreopsis. Actually, a lot of the other plants, I'm not sure what they're going to be, but it's kind of exciting. These purple flowers are ageratum, also known as floss flowers. And I started these from seed indoors and transplanted them out. And I really am happy with this plant. It's done so well here. It constantly blooms these beautiful purple flowers. And the flowers last such a long time on the plant. Seeing if I can get some seeds there. But very easy plant to grow. This group of plants are my pincushion flowers, and I haven't seen any buds yet, so still waiting on that. This is my butterfly pea bush, and I started this from seed. I actually got the seeds from a friend's neighbor. Very easy to germinate and grow, and it has such beautiful, vibrant purplish blue flowers, and I trim it back once in a while. This is my cottage garden in the back of my yard, and this whole area was basically just dirt and grass up until a year ago, and I decided to turn it into a garden that everyone can enjoy. So as we walk down this path, I want to show you a flower that I'm really excited to see, and that is my hollyhock flower. It hasn't bloomed yet, but pretty soon. And I just love the hollyhock plant. The leaves are so beautifully shaped, and it's just done really well here in our climate. This is my Meyer lemon tree, one of two I have. And I got this, basically it was a stick. And over the years, it's just come into its own and produced lots of lemons that I've used for baking, for lemonade. What I like about the Meyer lemon is that the skin is very thin and it produces a lot of juice. So highly recommend this plant. Here's my rose campion, and excited to see the flowers that it will produce. This is my yarrow that I started from seed. Last year it produced one flower bloom. Moving over here is one of my favorite plants, Dusty Miller, and its silvery, fuzzy foliage just adds a bright spot in the garden, and very easy to propagate from cuttings. Moving on over here is my canna lily, and canna lilies tend to do better in tropical areas. There's my plum dandy from Proven Winners. This is a rocket ship juniper. This is a Caldoon that I started from seed. This plant is very common in Hawaii. It's an agapanthus. Produces really pretty purple flowers. This is a lemony lace that I planted last year. It's still tiny, but I just love the bright colored leaves. This is a hydrangea, and hopefully it'll do good this year. Now this was a surprise. I started this from seed. It's called Verbena bonariensis, and it's just growing crazy. I've cut it maybe a couple times already, and it just keeps growing back. But it's really happy in this spot. Then moving over here, I have my first time that I bought David Austin roses. And these are the, I believe, Princess Alexandria of Kent. And I never liked roses before because my mom used to grow roses, and it seemed like a lot of work. But I decided to give it a try. And that's my boxwoods. In their second year of growth. And here's my blue fescue grass. I got a bunch of gladioli bulbs from Home Depot, and I thought I'd just stick it in the ground. First time trying those, and they seem to be doing really well. Here's a grid I made just from sticks that were lying around, and the purpose of that was to keep my chicken from digging up things. And my other David Austin rose plant, I think that's an anemone or ranunculus, not sure. More Dusty Miller. And I started planting some grasses just for a different texture. Here is my cut garden, and I have some purple basil growing. And nigella that I transplanted, and they don't seem to be doing that great once they got transplanted, but hopefully they'll pick up. There's my poppies that I grew from seed. I just threw it in the ground. Very easy for here. There is my Bells of Ireland. This is my zinnias. These are my feverfew. I just direct sowed those. More zinnias. And the netting that I used was an old soccer net. And I like it. It's very sturdy. And I put it in for two reasons: to keep my chicken from getting in there and digging up everything, and also to provide a structure for the plants as they get taller. For the soil, I used very well-aged horse manure and steer manure, as well as other compost. So this is the edge of the cottage garden, and this is to show you how it all began. I just laid down a bunch of cardboard, And I learned this from Charles Doding, who's from England, and he champions the no-dig garden. And so he says to lay down cardboard to cover up any weeds and grass that you don't want and put on compost. And it has worked really well for me. Here's another angle of the cutting garden. That's just an old screen. Here's another angle of the garden. And I have an obelisk there for structure. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video, and hopefully in the future I will produce more videos specific to different kinds of plants that I'm growing. Alright, anyway, take care and have a nice day. Bye!